Hi, Warriors. Here we are. Right on time. Kevin, anytime. Coach JB.
Kevin, anytime.
Good morning, Warriors. We've been separated for so long, Kevin. It's been a long time. But we're back. C word free. Tested bona fide. All right, guys. So, man, I have so much I want to talk to you about. So I messed up this morning, guys. Messed up really, really bad. Should I tell them?
Sure.
I slept in, guys. It never happens, man. It's a weird. So here's what I want to. Here's why I want to bring that up. So I had the weirdest morning, and I'll explain where I'm going with this, and now it's starting to come clear. First of all, he's my best friend, my wife's counsel, my business partner, right? I love having Kev here. So I got a freaking crazy busy day today. So right after this, I have to go get ready to move. And so a very exciting day as well. I also have within my paradigm, within my gut, that I believe shit's gonna hit the fan tomorrow. Just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, to be honest with you. I really hope I'm wrong. So I'll talk about what I think you should do to prepare for that. Now, I woke up in the weirdest. I woke up and I was like, you ever been in such a deep sleep, you're super confused. I couldn't even figure out which reality I was in. My dreams are very, 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 very vivid. I think it's because of plant medicines I work with and the meditations I do, but my dreams, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but my dreams are super clear, super vivid. I also do lucid dreaming. I practice lucid dreaming, things like that. Why I couldn't figure out what was reality. And I'm like, something's wrong here. I woke up and something is off. It's like something's not right. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I look at my clock and I'm like, oh, holy shit, it's 5:49. And like, we run a facility where we train people live all over the world, blah, blah, blah. And, but then I started thinking about it. So I text Kev right away because I was trying to defend myself right away. I was trying to defend something I didn't need to defend. I was like, oh, I effed up. Like, hey, what's up? I effed up. I slept in. My alarm was set for AM. So I immediately told a lie right away to justify why I slept in. I made an assumption within, this is powerful, listen to this. I made an assumption in my head that I set it to AM without even checking facts, figures, numbers, logic. And I sent to Kev because I felt guilty for sleeping in and that he had to handle everything, which I know he could, but I felt guilt right away when I woke up. So I'm like, Kev, I slept in, my alarm was set for AM. I didn't check it. I'm just being honest with him right now. I didn't check it. So then I go in the bathroom and I'm taking a shower real quick and then the alarm goes off. And I'm like, oh, I just lied. I lied to him and I look and it's set for AM. And I'm like, oh shit, I lied to Kev. Like, why did I lie to him? Why did I lie to him? To protect the truth that I actually effed up and I slept in when there was nothing wrong with what I did, right? So hear me out. So I want you to understand where I'm going with this. Why on earth would I immediately go to, Kev, I slept in, I set my alarm for AM. We all do this, just so you know, all of us do this, right? So I'm walking you through how our brains work and how we've been trained, right? We've been trained as humans to immediately defend ourselves, defend our opinion, our rights, our own facts, figures, numbers, logic on the way we were raised. We're not trained to just have an ecosystem of just connection, right? Because the fact is there was nothing wrong with what happened. I answered over 400 messages. My brain was fried yesterday. I literally physically answered 400 messages yesterday. My brain was done. My brain probably said, dude, we're shutting off for a while. And I woke up late. There was nothing wrong with what happened. Everything still went on. The show went on. Kev's trained to train people. We got it. Everything was fine. But why immediately did I go to let me justify and protect that? You have to think about that for just a moment. Because I've been trained that way. Now I'm a ninja in subconscious mind programming. I've been trained, but why did I immediately, I'm coaching myself right now. Because I felt like I did something wrong. I did nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with what happened. Sleeping in happens to a lot of people all the time, right? But what Kev said to me and how we work together, he's like, hey, dude, everything's good. I was making sure you're okay. Like, are you all right? Are you alive? Like, that's really weird for me not to show up. Like, it's probably really, really, really out of character, right? And it is really out of character. But what I realized is that it's okay. It's all right. And what I'm realizing is the powers to be know this. They know at a very deep level that if they can confuse us, if they can make us upset, if they can make us think that we're not doing it right, if they can put us in a jar and shake us up, and they can get us going at each other, right? Because Kev could have been like, dude, fucking slept in, man. He was in quarantine for 14 days. What's up? Something's wrong with JV. Like, man, he's not being himself, blah, blah, blah. And then it turns into some subconscious mind or some type of paradigm awareness he's creating that isn't the reality that I'm facing, right? And then it messes us up as business partners. So we were talking about this morning, is there some sort of evil force that's trying to separate us, right? 14 days quarantine, and then I missed the workout this morning. Is there something outside of us trying to stop us from our mission and purpose? Because things are, just to share with you, things are exploding right now. Like literally, that's the only definition. And we said on a live that the little tiny blip came out, the light was coming through, and the water was spouting out, the dam broke. Woo! We're literally experiencing massive, massive growth right now. Okay. I'm going to say this, and I'll let Kev speak on his piece, but there's nothing outside of us that's causing us to feel this way. It's us. It's me. It's I. I am. It's the paradigm that I've created within my mind that I have to answer every single message at every single second because I've been trained that way, that I'm not worthy, that if I don't do this, that this is going to go away. But that's complete bullshit, because the truth is the world is responding to your intentions, how you feel, and your thoughts. That's simple. So if I think a certain thing, if I think, oh, Kev's going to be mad at me because I'm late, he's going to be mad at me because I'm late. But if I would have woke up and said, oh, shit, man, I got some really good sleep. There's obviously a reason why I slept in. Maybe there's going to be a tragic accident that I was going to get into. And the universe is like, God's like, keep him asleep. Do not wake him up. Maybe divine intervention. Maybe my alarm didn't go off. Maybe it didn't go off. And I was just super confident. God's like, let him sleep. And then the devil's like, no, get him up, make him go. And then, no, God's overpowering divine protection was like, no, sleep. So where I want to go with this is because in the next I said 19 days, 2 days ago, in the next 17 days, mark this video. You're going to see more announcements in the next 17 days you ever seen. There was a huge announcement by the OCC yesterday. It's a told you so moment. When everybody's looking at us, commenting on our Facebook, freaking my TikTok, oh, cryptocurrency, look at these guys, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what the OCC said yesterday? Guess what, banks? You're good. You can play in the cryptocurrency game. Green light, let's go. The Operation Currency Control, and what have I been saying to you guys? That Brian Brooks left Coinbase to become the head of the OCC. You have to connect the dots, Warriors, but you can't connect the dots if you don't clear your mind. If you don't forgive yourself and get the guilt out of your body, if you don't stop adopting the trauma that your parents put on, your dad left you, your mom left you, let it go. Let it go. That's their trauma that you're carrying. You have to get back to right now centered, Warriors, because the next 17 days is going to shake your belief system like you've never experienced it before. You're going to question everything the next 17 days. That's a promise. You're going to question everything the next 17 days. Regulations, government, everything. I've got to be careful what I say here. Because isn't that crazy? I got to be careful what I say because they'll shut me down. That's sad, Warriors. You have to really think about that. I slept in for a reason this morning. And the reason is because our true intention is to help as many humans as possible open up their mind and awareness to the possibilities for them as a human being. Now remember, a warrior is kind, caring, loving, most of all calm, but at any point can activate to protect their family, what they believe in. A warrior is not a man nor a woman, it's a spirit. The reason why we can say these things so flawlessly is because we've studied nonstop. We've been in the Word, we've been in meditation, we've been working, and we've been divinely guided to this moment in time. And I was supposed to sleep in this morning because I was divinely protected. And the reason why I want to get you to this point right here is because you're no different than us. You were no different than us. There is nothing to fear, Warriors. There is zero to fear. Zero to fear. You are divinely protected. So if you feel a massive amount of fear, I need you to repeat over and over again. I am divinely protected. I am divinely protected. I'm divinely protected within the internal reality. And then when you see the physical reality, stay out of harm's way. Get out of the way. In my opinion, don't go out and riot and protest and try to share your point with the righteous people. Come back to self and be silent. with yourself, with the higher power, and understand that all the clarity will come when you're in silence warriors. This is a monumental time in history right now. Do you realize that? This is biblical type times in history right now. We are a group of warriors that are getting ready to rise. And when I say rise, I want to be very specific. It is a metaphysical sword that you're pulling out. It's not about violence. It's not about protesting. It's not about going to prove your point. You have no point to prove to anybody else but the point to yourself that you are a warrior in a modern day society, that you have everything they need, that you're abundant. Like God says, pray with discernment, and you just stick to molding yourself, to becoming happy, to becoming abundant, to becoming loved, to becoming rich and wealthy internally, and it all flow to you, warriors. The law of attraction is real. It is absolutely the realest thing we've ever experienced. I really should show you guys my vision board and show you the place that we're moving into. You will shit your pants. You'll literally, my daughter, you guys saw my stories and stuff. She was like, Dad, that's it. It's literally, it's it. I'm like, oh, on my vision board, it says 400 members. Hold on. Speak to them real quick.
Speak to them real quick. Okay. And I'm going to have to turn on the vlogging camera because I'm supposed to be vlogging the 3T experience. Y'all can look out for that. Yeah. So here we go. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, he's about to bring this back because it does say that, and I think we are in that ballpark right now.
Holy shit. Okay, hold on. I'm doing this live with you guys.
400 members.
400 members. We on December 29th, we went over 400 members to include our in-person and online. 400 members. This right here is the front office of the luxury place we're moving into. This is the front office. Yeah. Literally the front of it.
That's exactly how it looks.
It's exactly. Yeah. Yes, I am a millionaire. I am set up to be a multi-millionaire right now. Okay. Income producing podcast. My podcast is now producing income. This right here, it's coming. There's a girl wearing whoever she is, she's wearing a hoodie. She's got a hoodie on. Let's see. What kind of shoes she got on? Yeah. It says, if I want to ice cream. Guys, this shit's real. Vision boards are real. Freedom. Everyone around me. Home for my family, guys. Like, this shit came true. I don't know what these numbers are right here. I wrote these down. I have no idea why I wrote those down. We'll see what those alignment. Holy shit. The thing happened on the 21st. Oh. Look at that. That's what we're hitting. Well, warriors, this stuff is real. This stuff is real. Why is this real? And then Kev's is right there, man. I mean, this stuff has come true. I just ripped this off. Oh, man. I'm sorry, guys. I had to show that to you guys. I had to show this to you guys. This is so important. This is so important. I've been doing vision boards for years, for 15 years, warriors. 15 years. Your mind is powerful, warriors. Your mind is powerful beyond measure. You have to know that. You have to, sorry to run off and do that, but guys, this is so important to understand. I'm moving into this place today. Warriors.
And here was the question that I had presented to Jay just earlier. I was like, man, okay, so I'm trying to really grasp, because we both have a spiritual view, and I believe in God and I believe in Jesus, right? So with that, you would think should come the belief in the devil as well, right? But I was like, man, it's really interesting. I'm trying to figure out what this is about, because in certain times it seemed like when like for instance, the one time where Jesus told Peter, get behind me, Satan. It's like, okay, wait a minute. Was he talking to dude like he was Satan, or was Peter enticing Jesus to where Jesus was like, hold on, no, cut that shit out? And so the question that I had posed to Jay was like, dude, okay, so when things happen that present situations, is it something deep in the subconscious that ends up projecting that into reality to where it manifests a situation to where you have to make a choice? Or is it this outside yourself entity trying to trip you up, right? And I don't know, I'm really starting to lean more towards that. The more we work internally, the less that external entity exists, simply because there's some deep stuff that's been happening that especially with me and my personal life, that I know in a different time I would have entertained. And so, but now trying to, or actually keeping my integrity within myself, and then cutting off those extra things that I know could possibly be damaging, it has somehow in certain ways leveled us up and manifested us into a higher position, to where I truly believe the reason why everything is blowing up is because we've been doing that hardcore type of internal work. But it's a couple things, man. So first, I'm gonna give y'all my perspective of the whole situation, right? Jay said he slept in. So I get here at my normal time. I do my normal thing. I do the trees, the plants, and then I come and I'm like, okay, get on the computer. Realize I forgot my laptop. That was one thing. I was like, I forgot my laptop. I was like, must didn't need it today. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, well, I still got this computer, so we good. Couldn't log into our mighty networks. I was like, did somebody change my password? So right there, I started thinking something outside of me was trying to trip me up, right? And I had a choice. I had a choice to do the same thing with the laptop. But because I felt like I had the facts, figures, numbers, I'm like, oh no, I left it because I blah, blah, blah. But this was something kind of outside of me. So it was a choice that I had to make, like, wait, I thought I made the password this. How did it change? But I was like, we good. So it starts to come close to the time where it's time to work out. And I was like, oh shit, like John didn't call me. There's no messages. And I'm like, activate. I'm like, there's no time to, I'm like, either now see, this is a bunch of thoughts went through my head right in that instance when I was like, I'm gonna have to do this myself. Which I have before, which isn't really a problem. But before we've set it up that way, we knew both, like, okay, Kev, you're gonna be doing a workout tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. This was more of like, hey, do something. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's literally only a few minutes up until the time. So I gotta send out the messages to everybody. I had to write the workout. I just started going on, I don't know. I kind of blanked out. I just was like, all right, how do I get the workout? I looked at a previous workout, mixed up the workout. So I'm doing all of this stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? And all of that at the same time, I'm thinking, like, is this a test? Like, what's going on? Like, what happened to Jay? Like, why didn't he message? Because I have no idea. Last thing we said to each other, hey, I'll see you in the morning, like we always do. So I'm thinking, like, what the heck? And now again, with all of these thoughts that go through your head, you get to grab one. I could have grabbed one and been like, oh man, Jay's just trying to see what I'm made of. He's trying to see what's going on with me. But guess where that's coming from? That's coming from in here. Nowhere did he say or attempt to portray that was the case. So again, with these outside, you know what I'm saying? Is there really an outside thing? I could have chose to grab onto the thought, oh, okay, he trying to see what I got. So I'm like, cool, I'm about to run this whole thing. Now, you could use a measure of that ego for your benefit to get the job done. But if you pull too much on that, you'll start tripping and being like, oh, I got this, I'm the dude, blah, blah, blah. And that's not the point of all of this. That's nowhere near the point of all of this. So when we started getting into the workout, those thoughts started coming through. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, no. And then what I did was I chopped it all the way off. And you can watch the workout. I mean, it's I don't know, you can't see it. It's unlisted right now. But in the middle of the workout, where some of the warriors can vouch for this, I said, guys, I need you to send positive thoughts to John. Send positive thoughts to John. And hopefully, I was like, I know he's good, but I want to send positive thoughts so that we can make sure that everything is good. But I know everything is good. Like, I'm forcing the positive thought. I could easily be like, oh man, dude, don't want to do blah, blah, blah. You have a choice. And I think if there are outside entities, all they do is watch. They're like, and they just respond. You got a choice to do something good. You got a choice to say something good. They like, then God and the angels applaud. If you do something bad, Satan like, see, I told you, man. I told you how them people is, man. And that's all they do. That's all they do. There's no, Satan ain't gonna walk up to you and be like, because then that defeats the purpose. That defeats the purpose of why we were designed, why we're even built. The whole argument is, look, man, they can do this on their own. They don't need to be thinking about none of this other stuff. Leave it alone. Like, just let me run them. And it's like, no, I built them a specific way to where as long as they, work together and believe in the good quality stuff of life, they'll be fine. They'll be totally fine. But what happened was, and I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna toss it back up to Jay. What happened was the first argument, Adam said, just like Jay, just like he did this morning. That's tripped out. Check this out. Adam said, man, you gave me because he was guilty. Because he was super extra guilty. He could have been like, man, my bad, man. I ate the apple. Like, she looks good. Like, my bad, man. She looks fucking gorgeous. I love her. I love holding all of it. He could have just been like, I'm sorry, man. But he was like, no, it's your fault. Blamed something outside of himself. Mm-hmm. And that's what causes the problems. Yes. That's tripped out.
Yes, absolutely. Like, there's tons of crypto stuff in here, right? So like, no, I want to share that, because here's the thing about crypto. I'm going to flip your lid right now, right? Don't believe a effing word we say. Don't believe my portfolio if you're in the Warrior Academy. You need to be to the point where you're like, I accept responsibility for every decision I make. That's how you become rich beyond your wildest dreams. That's how you make vision boards come true. You don't blame anybody for your problems. If XRP goes down, XLM goes down, my portfolio is jacked. You know that. I take responsibility for the decisions, action, behaviors I make based on my portfolio, because I know that I know that I know. I'm not going to be like, oh, man, this guy told me to do it. The DIY investing said this, or Variable Bull said this, or big. No, Variable Bull is giving me information. So is DIY investing. So is blockchain backers. So is BitBoy Crypto. And I made my own informed decisions on the cryptocurrencies I want to invest in because of the deep-rooted foundation of mind, body, and soul, and having a clear gut so we could listen. Vision boards, practice, meditation, breathing. This is much bigger than wealth, warriors. Because I don't give a shit if you have 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, $40 million. If you don't have wealth here, you're effed, man. You're screwed. You're screwed. It doesn't matter if you're driving a Ferrari and you look like a damn Pinto. Think about that. You want to be a Pinto getting out of a Ferrari, or you want to be a Ferrari getting out of a Pinto? I would much rather be a Ferrari getting out of a Pinto than I would be in a Pinto getting out of a Ferrari. And if you don't know what a Pinto is, it's an old janky-ass car that used to blow up back in the 70s or 60s, I think it was, or 70s, excuse me. And so, like, think about that, Warriors. You want to become what we worked to do the last couple of years is become the Ferrari. We are Ferraris. Kev, and somebody put out there, how long has Kev been training under me, whatever, but Kev and I are training together. We're like literally, there's no under, over. This is like, we're yin and yang. Okay, we're yin and yang, and that's exactly he's my other half in regards to like life. I mean, he's my wise counsel. Like we both have different skill sets. Like he explains like Kobe and Michael Jordan, or I don't watch sports, but I picture like I'm trying to picture like
he's Mike, I'm Kobe for all you sports fans out there.
And it's just flows. It flows. It's like we have different skill sets. Like my skills are you can't outwork me. It's literally any of you. I'll challenge anybody. You can't outwork me. It's impossible. My brain doesn't shut off. If you try to outwork me, it's an ego thing. I'll just keep going. It's something that's innate in me. It's not a healthy thing. It's not healthy. I admit it. It's a very unhealthy behavior to have. That's probably why I slept in this morning, because my brain, I literally went from 2:50 yesterday morning all the way till 9 o'clock answering messages and just nonstop. I mean, conference call after conference call. I can't be outworked. It's impossible. And my brain won't shut off. My other skill set is I fucking believe in myself. I really, really, really believe in myself. And it shows up sometimes as ego, and sometimes it shows up as a beautiful thing, right? And so what we want to share with you guys, I know there's a lot of crypto questions, but here's the thing. I want to share with you guys how I make my crypto decisions on a deep, deep, deep rooted knowledge, like an oak tree. We call it unwavering belief in the product and service that I have invested in. I believe in XRP Ripple, and I'm willing to go down with the ship. If the shit goes down, I'm freaking captain's dying with the ship. And let me tell you the story about that, okay? So I was in the U.S. Coast Guard, and I actually saw a captain go down with the ship. It was the coolest thing, most beautiful thing I've ever seen. We were doing a rescue, and I'm going to share a story with you guys. I'm going to share with you how I operate my life. I'm going down with the ship. We went out to do a rescue. People are jumping off the boat. We're rescuing people, right? So I was in the Coast Guard. This was in Washington State. I was in the military. And so they're announcing to the captain, get off the ship. Get off. A true captain goes down with the ship. That is their lifeline. It's their bloodline. It's how their livelihood. They're like, get off the ship. They're like, get off the ship. I spray the whole story. He literally locks the fucking cabin door. It's like, I'm out. Goes down into the engine berthing, down in there, and goes down with the ship. Fucking sinks with the goddamn ship. And we find him holding onto a stanchion in the engine room. That's a goddamn warrior. He made a decision that he was going to be a captain of a boat. And that was his lifeline. That was his lineage. That was his generational, whatever it was. He is a fucking legend. A legend. Okay, maybe he had kids, but that's his commitment he made. Think about that, warriors. When you invest like that, you're a goddamn warrior. That's what I'm saying. Don't invest. Don't be like, oh, this is the hot tip over here. This person said this. You know how many people call me on a daily, oh, this YouTuber said this. Listen to somebody. Listen to everybody. Absorb it and then become that somebody. Make your decisions off of what you feel, warriors. If you're always following hot tips, you're going to be broke, because most people don't make money in this space, just so you know. They get crushed because of that. Yes, there's the biggest bull run in history. We are all, if you're invested, I saw somebody had a $50,000 portfolio that popped up. You're going to be fucking rich if you make the right decisions. If you don't get greedy, if you don't, because there's going to be a euphoria. So we're hitting it right now, warriors. It is blowing up right now. You have not seen anything yet. You have not seen parabolic yet. Parabolic is boom. You're going to wake up and some of you are going to be multimillionaires. Some of us are going to be close to billionaires. It's like, it's some crazy shit that could happen right now, guys. But take away all the money. Please hear me out. We don't want to be like, we're Kevin John and we're Kevin Coach JB and we're trying to sell you on becoming millionaires. We're just trying to sell you on becoming rich here. Because warriors, you could take my whole crypto portfolio. I'm still happy as shit. That's wealth, warriors. You could take away the building. Kevin and I will still film outside. You could burn down our houses, as Kev taught me. He's much a teacher as I am to him. He's taught me the earth is my home. There's nothing to worry about. Yes, I'm moving into a very beautiful place today. It's just a place. That's all it is. We earned it. It's beautiful. It's great, but it does not identify me. It doesn't make me any different. It makes me a little bougie because I got free coffee, Starbucks coffee. A little bougie. It does look like a resort, but hey, I deserve it. I deserve it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'll leave you with this. We'll answer. We have a ton of questions. I'll leave you with this, okay? God dang it, I got to learn his name. There's this freaking yogi I love. He's amazing. God damn it, I got to respect him, and I got to get his name. So I would love you for you to follow. He drives a Lamborghini. And you'll see comments sometimes, and I saw one comment. Maybe I'm like acting like I saw a million comments. I saw one comment about his Lamborghini, and that's the negative comment stuck in my head. The person's like, "You're a yogi and you drive a Lamborghini and you preach spirituality." He's like, "I like Lamborghinis." like what? I like Lamborghinis, right? I like living. So when I travel, I love traveling very luxury. I like traveling in nice hotels. I like getting my kids room service. I love to travel. I love to treat my kids like freaking kings and queens when we travel, right? But I decided to get a bougie freaking place that's, luxury apartment complexes, like really bougie, and like it's freaking feels good, man. We worked our fucking asses off to get here. Guys, I've slept in a sleeping bag for a year and a half. Truth. We're going to write damn stories about this, man. What I want to share with you, though, Warriors, is please forget all the money. Forget all the money, man, because money is just energy and vibration, Warriors. That's why things are working out for us. But it wasn't easy, Warriors. 3 years ago, Kev has stuck with me through this. He showed up at the grand opening, and he's like, dude, I got to work with you. And we figured it out. We figured it out. I mean, we like literally, so Kev would come, he would show up. So here's the thing. Like, imagine if I went up to you and I said, hey, Bobby, I gotta let you go, brother. Sorry, man. Business code, C-word shut us down. I gotta let you go, man. Ask yourself this truly: would you show up the next day and work for free? No, you wouldn't. 99.9% of people wouldn't. He comes the next day or calls me that night and says, "We're filming, dude." Or I think it was a couple days later. We're filming. He's like, "I'm meeting you. We're gonna start filming this experience." And he started filming my life and how I live my life, and we did that one video, this epic video. It's called "You Can't Outwork Me." You can look it up on our YouTube. It's called "You Can't Outwork Me." And he films this video, and I think it opened up people's mind to what the fuck this is different. Like, there's something different to this. These guys aren't just getting on here and saying shit. They're actually living and breathing and doing this. And it opened up this weird Pandora's box to a new level. 2 things happened. Number 1, he didn't give up on me. I wasn't giving up. Number 2, he showed the intention that this is not about money. This is about the people. This guy right here, people will be struggling. He drops everything and goes to their house and helps them. I'm not even that freaking generous. I'm just being honest. I'm the one going, hey, I got a bunch of videos to do. And he's like, I'm out. He literally, I've seen it with my own eyes twice, in my physical own eyes, where he drops everything. What do you need? He drops everything he's doing. He has tons of work to do and goes and helps a person. And I'm like, I got a bunch of YouTube videos. I felt like a dick, but I'm like, this dude is like next level ninja training, right? So I don't know where we're going with this. Just freaking love you guys. I just want to end it. We'll try to answer as many questions as we can. I don't know what that XRP 10K. Those were hell yeah, dude. Please 2K, please, please keep putting it. Right. Spam the count. I love it. 2K would be, man. We're all getting together, man. Dude, we're just 2 dudes that believe in ourselves, man, that just don't give up. And we were talking about this morning. I think he mentioned this. Sorry if I'm repeating ourselves, but he talked about the devil and like, what does this mean? Like, I'm not going to say it cautiously. I think we're in a biblical time that's going to be written about in the Bible. I think there's going to be a new story written about this time. This is biblical type shit happening right now. There's going to be people that are written about in history books, and I believe it's us. It's those people who didn't believe the narrative. Think about what Jesus did. Jesus came as a son of God, okay? People are like, this is the son of God. Son of God, come on, man. He's spitting fire before he's 14 years old, walking into churches, spinning their heads like, just biblical, knows the Bible. I believe the Bible's encoded in your DNA. That's my belief system through plant medicines. I believe it's encoded in your DNA. You know right from wrong. You know right from wrong. Kids know right from wrong. They know, we all know right from wrong. It's don't sleep with your neighbor. That's probably a good idea, right? Don't steal from people. Okay, good idea. We're not even supposed to be charging interest. Think about that. That's illegal in the Bible. But, people are like, cryptocurrency is the mark of the devil. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a credit card? Do you have a home loan? Do you pay interest? Well, guess what? You're a demonic creature then, because in the Bible it says you shouldn't charge interest. So stop judging other people for their Christianity or their non-Christianity when you say, "Oh, listen, this is demonic." Then stop. Then stop paying interest, because it says in the Bible it's illegal to charge interest. So now that we can move forward, okay? So let's stop judging each other and let's understand what Jesus did. Jesus came here as the Son of God. His mom believed he was the son of God. This is the son of God. She was a virgin, right? So his father, his stepfather, loved him dearly. And he's like, Dad, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to head out and go learn. I said, okay. For 18 years, our dear Jesus, they don't write about it. They don't talk about it. Maybe they do. I don't know. Show me the books. But where did Jesus go? Nobody talks about where he went for 18 years. The lost years of Jesus. Jesus went out and became a beast in meditation and breathing, yoga. Oh, yoga's evil. Chakras are evil. You have 7 energy centers. That's part of your body, right? It's anatomy. Okay. Comes back and he is like, no. We're not playing games. You righteous people sitting up in there in your robes, you're supposed to sit in the back of the church. What are you doing? Become. Let the people follow you by becoming. He gets frustrated. He leaves. And he starts like, I'm not hanging out with all these people sitting in the church. I'm going to go out and I'm going to help in modern day society. I'm going to go to strip clubs. I'm going to go to the nightclubs. I'm going to go to freaking Skid Row. I'm going to go help the people down in Tent City. I'm going to help all these people. And I'm going to hang out with these people because they're humble. They want help. And then the lady touches his robe. Everybody's like, ah! And he's like, oh, that's the one I'm looking for. And then he keeps saying, ye of little faith. Why are you guys looking at me? Like, you have this. And it's like, that's the life that we follow. That's who we follow. Jesus. Like, it's not The Rock. It's not freaking, Tim Tebow. It's not all these people. Tim Tebow's a pretty cool dude. He's like a religious guy, but, like he loves Jesus. But what I'm saying is, I don't look up to anybody. I look up to myself because I have Christ consciousness in me. Jesus Christ, when he rose again, he was Christ Jesus. Do you know why he was Christ Jesus, the chrism? Warriors, you have all this inside of you. The society we've been raised in, has been taught to operate in the left hemisphere of the brain that takes you away from Christ consciousness. Do you know why his name was Christ Jesus when he came back? Why was his name flip-flopped? Think about that. Jesus told you the answer, but biblical people are going to go off on me. He told you the answer. He said, the world is born in you. You are not born of this world. I just showed you a vision board that the world was born in me because I believed it and it came true. So, cryptocurrency. The reason why we've invested in cryptocurrency is because we've seen and felt and asked for abundance so we can help people for freedom. We were divinely directed to the cryptocurrency, and now the cryptocurrency is the conduit to help bring money back to the people. That's how you invest. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I love it. Bible verses. I love you. To the top.
Man, there's a lot of dialogue here.
Okay, I love Greatreset. Fasting. I'll go through really quickly. Can you read fast?
Yeah.
Turkey. So true. We're reading questions now, guys. So,
Man.
Excuse me. Love you guys. Love you. Is there a silver lined? Is that a silver line? Oh no. Is that silver line beanie? No, it's not. Grateful for your hard work. Silver line. Oh, is that like the protection or is that like tinfoil hat? Your amazing words. Love you. We just want to see if we get questions. We try to answer everything. Blockchain. I love the gorillas. Let's see. They are shaking out retail investors. Boom, you got it. Nailed it. It's the banker's coin. We've been saying that the whole people are like, oh, they're shaking out it's been called the banker's coin the whole time. Like it's been called, like it's not anything new, right? They're just, and there's only 2 million people invest in XRP, guys. There's not that many people. Just got another 1,200 XRP. I've been stacking, baby. Bitcoin Cash has use case also. Since I own my own house, can they still take it from me renting? Yeah, that's interesting, man. So so like I'm hearing a huge narrative around that. I don't want to speak out of school.
That's an interesting one.
It's like, and how would they do that? Like that part I don't really understand. Like Jasara, National, and they say to wipe out all the debt, like sovereign debt, things like that. But like there's countries that they have to restructure. There's countries now that can't pay their debt. We're in a very dangerous position as a world, right? There's going to have to be some sort of massive reset in order to move us into this quantum financial system. That's a fact, right? The not owning anything, I don't know what, because one person has $1 million home and another person has a $30,000 home. Right. Is it based on your social class? The guy that came in yesterday, I was talking to him. He was like, because I did that social class thing in China, the video. Well, he's traveled. He's like, yes, they do have a social score. There really is a social score. So I wonder what that looks like in China. Like if you have a higher social score, I don't know how that will work, but they say that we will own nothing in 2030. That will rent everything. And how does that go into our crypto? Who knows? Maybe they'll take it from us. But what we need to live in is this current reality right now. Live as abundant as we can. And even if they take everything from you, this is perfect. This is what we're training you for, warriors. If you're in our academy, we're training you to be abundant if they take, because the wealth is here, warriors. The wealth is here. That's why it will always come back to you. So if you put you in that type of society, you will probably end up being the wealthiest person within the new framework.
Because if you really, really, really think about it, guys, really think about it, the paper money, I don't even have it. The money, man. Who gives it? Who really gives it value? Us. Mm-hmm. Everybody collectively. That's who really gives it value. So really, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter until it's here. Then it'll manifest in the reality. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, you could try and get rich quick all you want to, but until it's instilled inside of your head that, hey, no matter what, I'm totally abundant. The earth is my home. This is where I live. These buildings are places I can go into. The house that I go to is a building I can go into, but I live on planet Earth. The entire place is where I reside. There's nothing, there's food, and there's food for you for free.
So this one says, I'm getting worried because of this IMVN. Will it be possible to kill XRP? So if you're worried, so here's the thing, warriors. If you're worried about XRP, get out of it. Like, I'm just going to share that with you guys. So get out of it. Like, there's nothing wrong. There's no shame in getting out of an investment, because I have very close people to me that are heavily invested. I mean, we're talking this type of money. Like, people are like, what? People are like, show us. I'll show you where's my I'm not going to show you how much money I have in there. That would put me at risk, right? I mean, it's like, am I going to be a millionaire this year? Probably multimillionaire. Absolutely. Probably multimillionaire. Okay. Will be a multimillionaire. That's weak language. I'm not worried about XRP at all. Not even remotely. I'm not even going to change my paradigm. They can throw any news at me. So there's nothing to worry about. The thing to worry about is your feeling around it, right? But you can't control what they're going to do with XRP, though. That's one thing I want to make very, very clear. So I share with people, if you are uncomfortable, then get out of the investment and put it in something you are comfortable with. And please, I'm not being rude about this. Like, put it in ADA. Put it in something that's a guaranteed moonshot, or some, nothing's guaranteed. But does that make sense? Like, take that investment and place it in something. I'm not sure where your entry point was, but don't ever be invested in something you're worried about all the time. You will lose. It doesn't matter if it goes to $589. You'll lose. Something wrong will happen, because it's all here. It's responding to your internal vibration. So I'm not worried. I'm not financial advice. I'm not worried at all. Keep a cool head. Let's see if I get to any questions. Sorry, it's hard for me to read these. Thank you for all you guys do. We love you. If you had $20K in cash to invest in crypto today, where would you place it? Great question. So, not a financial advisor, not financial advice. If Coach JB had $20,000, man, I would go with what I feel. And this is not financial advice. Do not do this. I'd probably put 10K into XRP. I'd split the rest up into XLM, ADA, if I wanted my biggest bang for my buck, VeChain, and I would get some Ethereum. That's what I would do. That's basically my
Ethereum went up. Man, I jumped in at the right time, man. It's right after.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because what I did some pretty bold moves. So I put a bunch of money. So remember, I did that. I moved from Ethereum into Bitcoin. Oh shit, my move worked perfect. So I moved from Ethereum. I cashed out my Ethereum. I went into Bitcoin. It moved. I went back into Ethereum, and it exploded. So. But that was I did that off Big Boy Crypto. Like, I followed so I listened to what he said, and then I researched it, and he's like, "Fuck, he's right." And so I made that move, and it worked. The Theta XRP, and also, so we have our technical analysis guy. So his name is Selman. This dude's a beast, man. Like, the way his brain works. But
how long have you been under his wing learning?
That was what I was talking about. Yeah. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, I wouldn't say under wing. So, like, it's yin and yang here. We have very different skill sets, very different skill sets. So I would say we've taught each other both. So I'm being humble about that, just because it's true. Like he's taught me just as much. I don't know if you'd say the same thing, but he's taught me just as much as I've taught him. I would think it's just the yin and yang. It works really well. I can't like when I was gone for 14 days, I missed him, man. I missed him a lot, and it's I think we both feel like we're not doing enough sometimes because like where we're at in our position is we're two people that run the company, right? And we have 6 amazing warriors that have come onto our warrior council that are private. We're private clients that became a warrior council, and we're so internally grateful for them. We have a warrior academy. We have over 400 people now, 9 different countries, and so we have to. Our ecosystem works really well together because he's like the calm ninja like type, and I'm just this freaking whack job that's like all over the place, and so it works really well. So I think we both equally help each other. So don't like mistake too. Like I talk a lot. Kev's just a quieter guy, man. He's more analytical. I'm speaking for you, man. Sorry.
Yeah,
but
no,
like,
I don't.
He
I
doesn't
don't
talk a lot.
I just don't.
And so people are like, let him speak. Let him speak. This is who I am, and I'm not going to change who I am. Like I over talk him a lot. It's just who I am. It's how I like. People be talking in the room, and I catch myself doing that. I talk over people because I have so much stuff I want to share. But it's just who I am. Don't mean it to harm people. Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you. I have roughly, so this was the 50K one. So be careful too telling people how much you have invested. The reason I'm not being a dick about it, but just be careful. That's why I don't tell people I have much invested, because there's some evil people out there, just so you know. There's just be careful. But your question is, you're freaking stacked. Like you're
12.
Whoo, man, very similar to my portfolio setup, besides some other alts. But if that's really what you have, you're going to be a multi-millionaire. Like you're going to have some 8-figure shit happening, dude. So congratulations. But just, I'm not being a jerk about it. Just be careful stating that type of stuff, because there's some weird ass people out there, man. There's some, I showed Kevin some text messages that I got.
Hey, you know what? Gaylord. That's funny. That's from Meet the Parents. Why is your Instagram so inactive, yet YouTube is popping in followers? Could Instagram be blocking your account from the public? That's an interesting. I think because most of you guys, and I'm sure most of you guys can agree, everything started exploding from TikTok.
Yep.
And most times, if you think when you follow somebody on a particular platform, you're just on that platform, following them on that platform. It takes a while for you to kind of get warmed up and be like, oh, you know what? Let me see if they got some other stuff. And then you kind of dive into that. That's a smaller percentage of that following that he has in TikTok. The smaller percentage is the ones who's going to dig a little deeper and go a little bit further and be like, oh, let me see if he has Instagram. Then there's even a smaller percentage that's going to be like, oh, let me see if he has, Twitter or whatever the case may be. But that's why. So because of TikTok, but YouTube, because of going live, and I think they're actually moving our videos up now, because it literally says that when I look at the YouTube studio, it says, hey, more people are looking at it when we place it at blah, blah, blah. So YouTube is actually, they want people to be on the platform. So if you're getting a lot of traction, they're going to shuttle your videos up the feed to be like, hey, this is what's hot right now. As far as Instagram, I don't know. Yeah. It's very convoluted. It's very, it's very convoluted. I don't know. I mean, YouTube is too, but YouTube is more like TV, to where they want ratings. If something is getting ratings, then it's like, hey, let's go. Instagram is very static. It's just, it's just the pictures. They tried to do the YouTube TV or the Instagram TV and stuff like that, but it's not as intuitive to where you could just pop on a video and just watch stuff and be like, oh, okay, I'm lost in this. But
funny, David is making fun of me because I slept in. I never sleep, guys. It was weird for me. I'm just laughing about it because it's like, and I felt guilty because like literally right after this in 10 minutes I gotta go because we're moving all day today, and so I'm gonna knock it out in one day. I have so much stuff. Just kidding. So it's a dose joke. Let's see. Thanks for the positive vibe. Love you guys. Let's see. I think capitalism is a positive thing. Yeah. Everything can be positive. Let me share something with you guys.
Right.
Like this phone can be positive or negative. I could watch pornography on this phone, or I could study the World Economic Forum and teach people how to build generational wealth. These keys can start my car and get me to on a date, a beautiful date, or I could take these keys, I could stab Kev in the temple with it, or stab him in the neck. Right? I mean, like everything is positive.
Everything.
This thing right here, they could say this thing has Bluetooth and it's going to fry my brain, right? I could listen to the WAP song, or I can listen to Trevor Hall and freaking zen out and do my plan. Like, everything's good.
Yeah, that's why it's really important to try to detach yourself from deeming things good or bad, because whatever you choose it, that's what it's going to be for you. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be either good or it's going to be bad. You have the choice, which I think that's where people get it kind of twisted to where it's like, oh, you're trying to say you're a God or blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, you have the power of choice.
Yes.
You have the power of choice. And God gave us that free will, which does in essence give you that type of ability. If you think about it on an analytical scale, that's just basically what it's saying mathematically. But outside of that, it's like if you're thinking that stuff is just happening to you and you're deeming it bad or good, then that's literally what it's gonna be. Just like he said, I fell asleep. God protected me. He could have been like, the devil was holding me down this morning. Oh God, you know what I mean? Boom. That's he has the choice. He has the choice. But because he's saying, no, God was like, hey, I don't want you to get into that accident. That is reality. And that's what it's because that's what it became. That's what happens. And we have no idea that his thought power on that could have affected me here. We don't really know that because we got Bluetooth, we got Wi-Fi, that stuff. We got radio. You can turn on your radio. Where's the radio tower at? Somewhere super far. So it's like, okay. He thought, no, it's okay. Look good, whatever. And I also was thinking, no, it's going to be great. Positive. He's okay. And combined together. And I think that's another reason why I think this is going up, because we both are on that. We're both very, very meticulous when it comes to our thoughts and what we're thinking and what we're inputting into ourselves, because it's incredibly important. Because if your thoughts have power of Wi-Fi magnitude or of radio frequency magnitude, you better be freaking careful. You better take control of your thinking and try to push out positivity if that's what you want in your life. If you want drama, you'll get it.
Yes.
It's just that simple, man.
So Strong Life Fitness, he's absolutely right. He said all YouTuber cryptos influencers are just that. That's a beautiful, like what he's saying, Strong Life Fitness, thank you, is like we're influencers. And so it's we're just sharing information, right? And that's exactly what it is don't make your financial decisions based on what we say or Bitboard Crypto or these. We're just all sharing information, right? There's people that make massive portfolio changes because of one YouTube video. You got to make them based on what you know and understand, right? That's very important. But we're all just sharing information, right? It's a beautiful time too, because you can go to your financial advisor, ask your financial advisor to say your portfolio should look exactly like mine. That's what I would say to my financial advisor. Yours should look exactly like mine. It's not going to look exactly like yours, just so you know. I show my warriors my portfolio. I'm like, here you go. You know, if the ship goes down, this is what I got. And there's no, I don't feel guilt. Like, so if here's a fact. So say XRP smashes and gets torn apart and goes away. I don't feel guilty. Like I have a very broad portfolio. It's like, you got to make decisions. We're teaching you how to fish. That's what I want to continue to say to you. So
yeah, because that's important, because our main thing is trying to activate your super. You literally have something super in you. You could be doing this exact same thing. It will come over time, but the journey of life is the journey of self-discovery, man. Once you realize who you are,
beautiful.
It's a beautiful process.
This Dogecoin, man. The Elon is jacking this thing up.
I know. And I didn't say this to you, but you know what makes that interesting is that I bought it. I know, freaking bought it right before he made that announcement, and it was weird to me. Like, why are people tripping off it?
That's the thing too. Like Kev, like I'm telling you, something about his brain, the way ours works, right? He makes these. He predicts everything, man. He does. He was like, this is gonna happen, this, and then he doesn't realize. He says, this is gonna happen, this. We're gonna start filming this. We're gonna do this. He said our YouTube was going to blow up by December 2020. He said, we're going hard on YouTube for 1 year. And we did. And it blew up. I mean, it's like there's something with his brain. I think he's a time traveler.
I don't remember. I have amnesia.
Yeah. New York, what up? Let's see. Except the ship is going to. Hell yeah, the ship is not going down, man. Semper Fi, Marines. Let's see. I'm down with the ship. Hi everyone, dude. We already rich as. Yes, there we go. Bitcoin China. Bitcoin China. Dude, we are rich as f. Yep. 30K coins of XRP stacked. Be careful what you tell people. I'm just protecting you guys.
Right.
Be careful what you talk about. I'm just saying it again. Be careful with telling people how much
The hackers.
The hackers, yeah, because the reason, yeah, that's more it. It's like, I'll just be very specific, is that if you're saying how much you have, those hackers are like, boom, let's get after this person. So be careful.
And this is live to the public,
Yep.
so you never know who's watching. Just be careful.
There's some weird ass people. If I showed you guys the text messages I get, you can find my phone number. You talk about the devil trying to get at you, man. Like there's some great. You guys,
Yes,
it would.
stuff,
you wouldn't believe me if I showed you the text that I just showed you this morning. When I was in isolation, people were texting me some weird demonic stuff, man. Like there's some weird people out there. But when you say don't get greedy, what does that really mean? Don't get. Oh, great question. So it says don't, and I probably should read it all. Honestly, believe the most your positions are the few you honestly profitable. Okay, so don't get greedy. Give you a great example. I have a very robust portfolio in regards to cryptocurrency. I started getting into yield farming and day trading. I made a lot of money in one day. Got super greedy. Anything that comes quick, least quick. Made $3,000 in one day. I was showing Kev, dude, look at this shit, boom, boom, boom. Lost $6,000 the next day. Lost my $3,000 profit and my $3,000. $6,000, boom, in 15 minutes gone because I got greedy. Listening to hot tips, yield farming, doing all this stuff. Anything that comes quick with no foundation leaves quick. You might be rich for a moment, but so it was my punking moment to punk me like, dude, John, you've been through this. The old self before you committed suicide, everything was quick money. There was drugs and alcohol and just parties and clubs and money and cash and boom. And it all went away very quickly. It went up, whoo, and then just boom. And now I was like, that was my lesson. It was like me going back to my old self. Ooh, I'm gonna make $3,000. I can make $6,000. I can make $10,000. Gambling, you always lose. The house always wins wars. So that's what I mean by it. Hopefully that helped. Parabolic versus being greedy and trying to buy everything coin from hot tips, but only a little bit of everything. Parabolic. I think I'm not understanding the question, but parabolic's straight up. Parabolic's food. Now we're seeing bull runs, and parabolic is boop straight up.
Yeah, that's when the investments go, and everybody's investing, and the investment goes up, and you've been holding it, and then it goes parabolic, which is going straight up. That's when you can, because you've been holding it. So
versus a lot, and I think I knew what you're saying. Strong Life Fitness. So so for example, my portfolio is it's small and stacked. Like it's like I don't have 50 million coins spread across. I have about 7 very, very fundamental cryptos, and they're stacked. And I keep stacking. I add cryptos on, like because we have our technical analysis team. Like I added back in ADA. I'm starting to stack ADA, so I bleed them across my portfolio. So I have a very robust portfolio. If XRP goes out, I'm still set for generational wealth. If Bitcoin goes out, I'm still set for generational. Ethereum. My biggest holding is XRP and XLM though. And VeChain. Where can we see your portfolio? You have to join our Warrior Academy. So if you click the link down below, you can join our Warrior Academy. It's $69 a month. It's a membership. You work out with us live daily, nutrition. I show my portfolio weekly every time it changes. Cryptocurrency calls, Discord with people that are much smarter than us in there. XRP to 2000. Please, Lord, bring the freedom back. What do you mean, please, Lord? Thank you, Lord, for the 2000 XRP. Thank you. Where's Rise? Hold that XRP, baby. We're like ticks on a dog, man. We just got to stay on that dog. We are all children of the Almighty. Absolutely, man. Amen. Attempting freedom. Take out attempting, man. Sorry. It says attempting freedom. Maybe there's probably something deeper to that, but I'm saying, God, discernment, man. Take out attempting. You are freedom, baby. I'm going to just call you freedom. Question, why XLM not being affected by SEC? Oh, it's a completely different narrative. Great question. This is a really good question. Nobody's ever asked that. So Sam Ben, hi everyone. Question, why XLM is not being affected by the SEC? So the SEC lawsuit has to do with Brad Garlinghouse and the CTO. I can't remember his name. The CTO being sued for selling a certain amount as unregistered security. So it's all an American political theater, right? And so XLM is a different business model. It's set up differently. They're going after XRP because it's the third largest cryptocurrency. It's all political theater, guys. It has to do with, because if they went after XLM, nobody give a shit. I mean, XLM's not in our little space. It's huge, but in the scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. Look at the market cap of XLRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Those are the monsters they went after. So Ethereum and Bitcoin are set. Ethereum is the birth of most cryptocurrencies. It ain't going nowhere. Bitcoin is where most of the billionaires are invested in, so they're not going to F with them. They're using, Brad Garlinghouse probably met with them, said, all right, let's launch a lawsuit. Brad Garlinghouse let us know first. All political theater. XLM wasn't going to do any damage, or wasn't going to be able to usher in regulation. That's my opinion. Yes, JFID, yeah, it is. XRP 2K, keep saying that. I love this. Manifest it, baby. 2K, thank you, God. 2K, thank you. If it is 2K, man, we're renting out a cruise ship, man. We're all gonna be, and oh, just so you guys know too, Kevin and I are, and our Warrior Council, we're hosting a in-person seminar in May. Yeah. And so we'd love to meet you guys. We're gonna do an in-person seminar in our academy here, and then we're gonna go up to Sedona for those who want to go up there to do some deep meditation and some healing. So, thoughts on MoneyGram stock? Not too much. I haven't done really anything on MoneyGram. XRP is connected to MoneyGram, Ripple. Love you so much. You guys are going to be written in history. Oh, thank you. Abdullah Nasif. Yes, we are. We agree with that. We 100% agree with that. We're just having that conversation. We said that on here, Masters. It's the yogi. Question: why SEC not going after XLM? I think we answered that. Let me know if I missed anything. 2K, then the market cap would be 91 trillion. Oh, come on, be nice. Turk, be nice. People don't understand. A lot of people don't understand market cap and things like that. So we're all educating each other. But be kind. Say what you mean. Don't say it means. So that word you put in there, just appreciate, love you a lot, but just don't say stuff like that. So he says if XRP was to hit 2K, the market cap would be 91.11 trillion. You F blah 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 blah. It's like, come on. Like why would you even say that? People, like, do you think people really understand market caps and understand? Most people don't even understand what a damn cryptocurrency is, and they're coming in, so they're learning, man. So like, that's, yeah. So what he's saying, let's explain what he's saying. It said XRP, to get to 2K, you would need a market cap of 91 trillion. Is that right? 91 trillion. That's like more than some of the GDP, more of the money they're printing, more of the, so it's more of the money in supply too. So it's probably not going to get to 2K, guys. It's probably not even going to get to the 589 that they're talking about. But if it hits 10, 20, 30, 100, 200, who knows? $89 is great. But the market cap, yeah, that's what he's saying. It's okay. So let me go against you on this one. Let me be the antagonist. As Curtis, remember Curtis talking about the antagonist, right? Let me be the antagonist. Let me ask you a question, Turk, since you put that on our thing. Did you ever think that they would print trillions of dollars? Did you ever think that they would print trillions of dollars? So that may be possible. We freaked out before in society when the government printed billions of dollars. And now we're like, trillions, no big deal. They printed more in 2 months of the pandemic than they did in history. No big deal. So think about that. So we really shouldn't say that. Anything's possible. We might be on Mars this year, man. So 2000 XRP, baby. I'm not being a dick to you. I'm just being realistic. Because think about that. You used to have a beeper, dude, and now you have and now technology is going to go in your head. So it's possible. Anything's possible. I am human. Yes, you are. Love you. No, we're so that's all love. Just so you know, we're just all about love and positivity here, because anything's possible. Shit, it's fucking completely unrealistic for me and him to be sitting here right now. Think about that. They shut our business down 4 months ago. We worked for free. We didn't get paid for 4 months. It's completely unrealistic so no, it can hit 2,000. That's not a price prediction. Just Religion wants to retire, some coming back to 200 years.
One decision away, man. I could have easily just been like, man, I'm going back to corporate America. Whole time mind changes.
Ooh, I gotta go. Shoot, I gotta go move. I got, yeah, sorry. I think we're just all stuck anyways. So, okay. We can't answer. So I actually have to go move. So I'll be doing my, this is beautiful. So I gotta go. I'm going to move into my new place. So I'll do some Instagram stories today. So very grateful. I do want to say thank you to all of you guys, because none of this would be possible without, I don't like to use the word fans. Like, Like, well, whatever you want to call it. Friends. There we go. Wouldn't it be possible without our friends? Because we don't see ourselves as leaders or coaches. Well, we see ourselves as a conduit to allow you to see the possibilities for you as a human being. And you're just like us. Well, we don't want you to be like us. You're just like us in the fact that you can find your true self and then and take the money out of it, guys. We're all going to be rich. That's why we are abundant. That's why we are starting to see the wealth come in, is because we make good decisions, because we believe in ourselves. That's all I got.
We could be Moses and Aaron.
I think so.
Because Aaron did the talking, and Moses just kind of was like,
yeah, that's true,
just get out of it.
Why not? Like, we're biblical characters, man. Like all of you guys are. We're all just people that. I'll leave you with this. Remember too. So like. I got this beautiful gift while I was in quarantine.
Man, this thing, that's cool.
Look at this. I got this gift while I was in quarantine. Do you know what that is? That's your fingerprint. Your fingerprint. Is it 60 things in the Bible? Is it 60 words in the Bible? 60 books of the Bible.
60 books, I guess.
So I think it's 60 or 66.
That,
so I think there's 60 books in the Bible. Did you know your fingerprint has 60 lines? That's a verse from every single book in the Bible.
And it makes a fingerprint.
That's
pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And crypto is built off the Fibonacci sequence, 369, God's fingerprint. Love you guys. Appreciate you. So I'll do some Instagram stories today. Just messages today, guys. I'm not gonna be able to answer messages today. I just can't. I gotta take care of number one right now, which is my family, and get my ass moved in and sleep in a normal bed. And that's it. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Talk to you soon. Appreciate everything.
Academy.
Yes. Good link down below.